The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi and welcome to the webinar. If you can hear me all right, just give us a yes in the chat box, please. And if you can see my screen, which I'm going to start showing now, let me know as well, please.
Yep, that's looking good, Richard. I'd just like to introduce us both. My name's Paul O'Keefe, and most of the demo today will be done by Richard Fairburn. He's the creator of Pixel. But I'll try and answer as many questions as you have in the box as we go along, and we'll stop every 20 minutes or so Richard can chip in and help us with anything. And like we said, there's going to be no pitch on this. We're just here to help you guys get the best you can out of Pixel. But we do want to keep it not too long today, but we're going to run these on a regular basis. So if any of you don't get a chance to ask something you've got today, then just feel free to keep hold of it, because we will be running these on a regular basis to make sure that everyone can get the best out of it.
Thank you, Paul. Yeah, as Paul said, we're going to be probably running these at least once a week, completely training sessions. So as we get new elements built into Pixel, what we're going to do is we're going to obviously be showing those as well. Now, what we're going to start off with, this is, rather than being a in-depth training, what we're going to do is kind of walk you through Pixel so everybody's got more of an understanding of Pixel rather than jumping in at the deep end. So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for buying Pixel. You know, we really appreciate that and investing in us. Now, Pixel is here to stay. It's not going to be, you know, here today, gone tomorrow kind of application. We've invested a lot of time in this, over a year, and a lot of money in it as well. So you can, you know, be assured it's going to be here for a long time. Now, as I said, this is not going to be an in-depth webinar. These are going to follow on a bit later. This is more going to be me showing you how and, you know, how to run Pixel. Now, just as Paul said, I know you can see my name as Chris Jenkins. It's not, by mistake, I've logged in through Chris's account. It's not actually Chris, it's Richard who's speaking. So let's get started. First things first, you can see my screen, everybody, so everyone can see that. But you can see this little button here. I've had a lot of questions about that. Why can't we publish templates? Now, the publish template button is for an administration accounts only. For example, all our development team and design team have these accounts, so they can publish templates into the system. Now, a few people have asked, you know, will it be possible for ourselves to publish templates in? And yes, it will be. I mean, I put an announcement out yesterday, I don't know if you saw that we're going to have a marketplace. Not going to speak much about that today. That's going to be for a later webinar. But once we get that up and running, everybody will be able to publish templates or share templates with each other. Similar to anybody who uses ClickFunnels, similar to that. So you can make a template and share it with a colleague or a friend, or sell it to them if you wish. As I said, we're going to have a marketplace, but I'm not going to speak about that too much today. So that's the only difference on my screen you'll see, is this publishes a template. Now, Pixel, when you first come into it, looks like a quite hard application to get your head around. But once you start using it, it's not. You know, it does take a little bit of, you know how to get everything going. But once you've got your head around it, it's really easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off really from the basics and kind of work up. So when you first log in, you'll come to the dashboard. Now, the dashboard is going to be expanded a lot as we grow this app. But this is the section you'll see. So any campaigns you have running with banners and split tests inside them, you can see here. You can see the views, clicks, conversions, and you know all that's searchable, so you can see instantly which banners, which campaigns are working best for you. As I say, this is going to be expanded out. Now, the graphic creator is the main part of the application. This is where the banners, the graphics, the templates are made. So what you're looking at now is you're looking at the dashboard. So let's look down the right-hand side, you'll see banner dimensions. Oh, quickly before I just start talking about this, and a lot of people have said to me, how come you've got a really big screen, this area here? Now, if you haven't already, please watch the video on screen resolution, because you can actually change your screen resolution to make this area bigger, so it's much easier to work with. Now that'll work for 95% of the people who do it, but there's a few percent if you're on a really small screen it won't work for. But this week what we're doing is we're making all these sections collapsible so you can move them about and undock them from the side, so you can make this area, this work space, much bigger and be able to expand it, so you can see it a lot better to work in. So back to this. Now you can see the banner dimensions down the side. Now these are, what you set your canvas area, what you want to work with. Now at the moment we do have a size restriction due to resources in the server, but I mean, for example, you can't make a canvas kind of 2000 because it just won't work. You need to kind of stay in with our image sizes. So you've got banner dimensions, you've got all those different ones down here. These are really popular ones that most people use. You have everything from Facebook group headers, Facebook profiles, Twitter headers, just to normal 72, 890 leaderboards. Now, this canvas area you can also expand and make it customizable, so you could make the height of the banner 90, 103, whatever you want. You're not restricted to these banner sizes. Now next you've got background settings. Now on the background settings we've got 5 different background settings. We've got the transparent background, which is great for when you're working with animation. It sometimes looks better on a transparent background. You've got a solid colour, and obviously it's just a colour picker, so if you want it in red, move it there, click apply, click close, and you can see it's come on. Other background settings, you've got gradients. Now you've got different settings for your gradients, so let's change. We can leave this screen colour quite nice. So you've got liners, you can have it left, right, top, bottom. So for example, if you want to set that as a bottom, it shows you how it's going to look. Click apply, and it's there on the canvas. Now you've also got triangles. Now this is quite a new background setting. It's actually used from the Google Play Store. I've started using them. It's got lots and lots of different ones there already set in that you can use. As you can see, there's quite a lot. Now you can change the cell size, the cell padding, to make it look as you want it to do. And you've got images, which is pretty self-explanatory, so you can add an image as the background. Now, a couple of people have asked me about video backgrounds, because obviously this is an animation app, so video backgrounds would be really good to add there. Now, we did look at adding video backgrounds for the launch, but due to obviously rendering, thousands and thousands of banners with video backgrounds, it took up too much server resources. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to add those in over the next 2 weeks. So in probably 2 to 3 weeks, you'll actually see a 6th one here, which will actually be a video background. Now, you won't be able to upload your own video background, but we will have a lot of loops in there that you can choose from to add into your banners. So here is this is kind of the default settings for any banner that you create. So if you set here autoplay, what that means is when you embed the banner, it'll autoplay rather than show kind of a video style start button, which if you're making HTML5 banners, you always should make them autoplay. Also, you should always loop the slide. So what that means is as soon as it comes to the end of the slide, it's going to keep running over and over and over again. Now also, I've had a lot of support requests regarding a third button here, which some of you have seen it on the videos when I was creating them. And that is pause on mouse over. Now that will be added back in. We found a little bug in it directly before launch, so we had to remove it. But again, it is coming back in. It's being worked on now. The bug's been removed and that button's going to be back in there. Now, the link URL. All you need to do is add your link URL that you want as a default link for this canvas. Now you've got to remember with HTML5 ads, what's so great about them, you can actually add multiple calls to actions. You can add multiple places that you can link to. So you can link to 3 or 4 different offers from one banner, which is pretty cool. So that's kind of the default banner side. Now here you've got your slide side, sorry. So you can see obviously I've got my slide here, you can see as a preview here. Now you've got 2 ways to add new slides in. First one is to clone. You can clone the slide, and what it does, it will clone anything on that slide directly into the next one. Or you can just add a new slide, and then that just gives you a blank working canvas to start from. Now, again, a couple of people have asked me about this overlap. That was in the app when I was doing the tutorial videos, but due to a small bug, we've removed that because we found it was causing a problem with the animation between one to the next slide, so we've had to remove it. Again, it's going to be back in within the next 7 days, so don't worry about that. So that's the basic default of both the canvas and the slide section. And obviously this you can set the canvas, the slide to play as long as you want on the canvas, so all you need to do is up that. So if you want it at 20 seconds, set it at that, and that slide will not go on to the next one until it hits 20 seconds. Now, we don't suggest taking the slides below 5 seconds because that can cause animation problems between the slides. So, if you're making HTML5 banners, always keep them at 5 seconds as a minimum. Now, here at the bottom, you've got the effects window. This is always open. Now, you can't actually start using effects till you start dragging any elements here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag something out of the gallery just to add that in. Show you how that works, sorry. I'll add this in. So you can see once I've put an element onto the canvas, it automatically highlights it like this. So you get this little circular arrow to move it around. You can adjust it, bigger, smaller, whatever you want to do, or you can just, this little cross deletes it. Now here at the bottom is the actual effects for this element. So for example, if I wanted to add a fade in, so I can scale it, so it shows me exactly what's going to happen with it. Make it come in from the left. I can make it swing in, ease in elastic. There's loads and loads of different effects that I can use there. Just try this scale one. So all you need to do is apply. Now if you want to see how that looks, all you need to do is click preview current slide. And you'll see it come in there. So you've got your in and you've got your out effects. Now your in effects, you can make it longer, slower, quicker. So the shorter the bar is, that's the quicker it comes in. The longer the bar, the less it takes to come in. So it'll come in really slowly. Now the out effects, at the moment, you can only take it down to this little blue bit. We're going to remove that altogether. So on an out effects, it'll actually stay static on the canvas. But at the moment, because when it moves from slide to slide, you're getting this little jump. It's kind of like a second blip where you can see it move to the next canvas. But what we're actually going to do is remove that altogether, that little second blip, and it'll actually stay as a static image if you want it to. So a lot of people have asked for that. So again, they've got the exact same animations as the in effects, so you can make an animation in and make it go out another way. When you've got this element highlighted, you've got your image properties here, so you can fit it to canvas, your original size, all that kind of stuff. Pretty similar to most image editors. If you if you use an image editor, you can bring it to the front, send it to the back. And this here is, if you can see this, these numbers moving as I move the element. This is showing the position on the canvas. So if I wanted to add an arrow in this canvas at the same, actual same position. All I need to do is, I mean, I can duplicate the slide, but if I wanted to say change that arrow to red, make it a different arrow that changed red, I could add one in here and just make the position exactly the same, the horizontal and the vertical position. It'd be an exact the same position on the canvas. So you've got the width and the height, so you can obviously make it smaller there by just clicking it, or you can drag it manually. You can rotate it again using this if you want to. That's just to pinpoint the accuracy a bit more, or you can use this one as I showed you before. Take the opacity of the image, you can make it a little bit faded out. And as I said before, the first link URL I showed you, that's the default one for the canvas. Now the one here would be just for this arrow. So I could link the canvas to one place, and I could link this arrow to a completely different place. So that'd be 2 links directly on there. So that is kind of the real basic options. Before we start moving on to the second, we've been running 15 minutes, so we said 20 minutes. So I'm going to have a little drink of water and open it up to any questions we've got so far. Got any questions, Paul?
Hi, Richard.
Yep.
Yeah, hi, Richard. That's great. Quite a few people have got a problem with the sound, with it being echoey, which is something that's pretty much out of our control, I'm afraid. But we'll try and address that for the next one. We might try using a different mic and maybe making it a little bit different. But we'll do the best we can for the next one. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to suffer with the GoToWebinar.
Okay. I'll just try adjusting my mic to see if tell me if that's any better. I mean, I've got a top of range mic on here, so.
Yeah, I think it's sounding a little bit echoey for some people, but some people are saying it's fine. So I think it's could be to do with connections or anything. I'm not. There's a lot of people saying it sounds fine. There's a few people saying it still sounds echoey. So I think it's just something we'll have to work on ourselves for the next one, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll just go through a few of the questions. We've had a lot coming in. I've been trying to fend off as many as I can. So I apologise to people if I aren't answering you very quickly, but I'm having hundreds of questions coming in here. So. A couple I've not got to yet. One's from Bryant Dodd. He says, I would like to turn off animation and have standard image, such as creating opt-in forms, etc. Great to have never have to leave Pixel for Photoshop. I think that answers itself.
Yeah, so you can. You don't have to have an animation at all, right? You can just have a static image if you wish, but embed forms and anything that you embed into the canvas, such as if you embed a get response form in, has to be in HTML5. It won't work on such as a GIF or a PNG or a JPEG. There's just not the technology to do that. It has to be as a HTML5 image. That's the only way to do it.
Okay, we've got a couple here now. So from Aaron wanted to know about how did he get the URL. So he's saying he saw the embed code, but how do we get URLs to paste on RevShares as HTML5? I think he means to place on a RevShare as a HTML5.
Right, so HTML5 banner. Now, HTML5 banners, at the moment, it's quite a new technology in using on the ad scene. I mean, Google are only just starting to use it, but I mean, as we were talking about this early on, early in the week, that Google in the next few weeks or next couple of months are going to make them like compulsory to use. So we're pretty sure that other ad agencies will follow suit.
At the moment, there's a lot of the places that won't allow you to use them as it is yet, because it is cutting edge technology, this. So I think you'll find over the next couple of months things will become much easier and much more compliant to use these with. Yeah. So Brian says this only works for WordPress, right? No, that's not true, Brian. You can use these on any of your websites. It doesn't need to be a WordPress site.
Yeah, any way you can embed. I mean, the static banners will work on any site, it don't matter. But the actual HTML5 embeds will only work on a site that you actually own, because you need to be able to embed obviously the image into it.
Yeah. Okay. Francis Neal comes up with a good point here. Do we have an example of any great kick-ass HTML5 ads that we could copy with Pixel in order to learn the Pixel functions benefits properly? That's something we'll probably be doing in the next week. We're hiring a developer to create some good templates. So when we do the templates, you'll be able to sort of use that template with the different functionalities within each one. So we're going to be rolling these out over time. As you can appreciate, we've had a lot of people buying in on the launch, so we've got to help people build this up from the ground up, if you like. So this is something that will happen as time goes on, but in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, the designers have already started pushing a lot of templates in, but what they're actually doing is, at the moment, they're going out to the ad agencies who use HTML5 and looking at the banners that are like, I mean, if you go to somewhere like Hotmail or anything like that, always down the side, you'll see a HTML5 banner. So what the designers are actually doing, they're actually going out and not duplicating, obviously, not copying, but looking at the style and how they're doing them and kind of putting them into pixels. You're going to get the similar designs that, you know, some of the top companies in the world are using on, you know, on their adverts.
Okay. WM Kadersha, he says having a struggle with the sound. We actually have got a top of the range because he said buy a better microphone, but the actual microphone is one of the top of the range microphones. It's something I'll probably just need to tweak in.
A Blue Yeti mic, and I mean, you know,
yeah. So we'll have to just look at the tweaking. Some people have no problems with the sound, but some people seem to be still having some issues with it. So it's just something we've got to work on. I'm really sorry about that. It's kind of out of our control because we are going through GoToWebinar, so it could be something to do with them. Dennis, I'll deal with you in a minute, Dennis. You said you'd submitted a ticket and not had an answer yet. I'll deal with that myself. Said, I noticed the animations do not work when opened in MS Outlook. Is there a way to fix that so it will work?
In MS, now, if you're talking about actually adding them to emails to send, it's not really possible.
Yeah, I mean that again. It's the technology so new that they haven't. Microsoft have not introduced that functionality within their emails yet. That's why they won't be working.
Just
2 seconds. We've got a couple more. William says, where do we find the unlocked features inside the dashboard, PayPal, Twitter, etc.?
All right, I'll cover them as we're going along. I'll be coming to all that.
Okay. Will you be showing how to build a multi-image banner with various elements?
I will be, but not today.
Okay.
I mean, as I said, this is really more than just a walk through the app and a question and answer. I mean, we're going to. This is
okay. So I think
it's going to be a week.
What I'll do, I'll go through a lot of these questions now whilst you're talking, and I'll answer them. So for people, if you can just please bear with us, because there is a lot of questions coming in, and I'll just keep dealing with them as fast as I possibly can. But it might take up to 30 minutes for me to get around to answering each of the questions individually, but I'll do my best. Okay. I'll let you carry on now, Richard.
Okay, I'm just seeing if there are any settings for, you know, audio.
Some people said it's the British accent and not an echo, which could be quite true.
All right.
So I think if we try and speak a little bit slower, we might come across a little bit easier to understand, Richard. So yeah, I think that's what we have to try and do.
Sorry, that is...
Yeah, sorry, we can't help being British.
I will try and speak slower, though. Right.
Okay. If you carry on, I'll start answering as many questions as I can again.
Okay, cool. Right. So we've covered this section of the application. So next I'm going to talk about the image and the image upload section. So this is a photo editor. So this allows you to add images into your copy of Pixel. So when you come across, you just need to go to webinar so I can actually see the top. You can drop images in, or you can just browse. So if you browse for an image, let's find an image to use. I'll use this little ghost. So as it drops in here, you can do lots and lots of different things with it. You can crop it, move it around, make it bigger, make it smaller, upside down, side to side. And you can add filters to it. So we've got lots of filters built in here. All you need to do to use a filter is, for example, if you want to use the Sin City one, you'll see it adds it directly, or the Love one, or Hemingway, or Box Blur. So once you've done the image here and added any filters that you wanted to do, cropped it, whatever you want to do, all you need to do is tick this little rocket and it adds it into Pixel. Now, one thing I wanted to say about this section is we do have image restrictions. Now, I've had people contact me saying they can't upload their images, but they've actually been trying to upload 5 meg images into the system, which that's just not possible. If you upload a 5 meg image into the system, into HTML5 banner, it's just going to slow it down to a crawl. So, if possible, optimize your images before you upload them, because you'll get a better result with your banners once they're optimized, once you've optimized your images. So that's your image. All you need to do is click your little launch thing there. We're getting server resources updated. I'm just hoping they haven't decided just right this moment to do it. Right, it looks like they have. Oh dear. We've actually doubled our server resources, and they've got to shut down the server to do it. So I'm just thinking that's what they can do.
Just one thought, Richard. How long does it take for that to usually kick in?
It's usually about an hour.
It varies. I know it varies, doesn't it? Well, I mean, we have got a lot of questions that we can still answer at the moment.
Right, well, I'm just going to pause my screen because I'm just going to go directly to the support, and in case they've started doing it, they might be able to hold off on it. So I'm just going to pause my screen while I log into my server support. So just give me 5 minutes. If you can just answer, I'll be still here, but...
Yeah, okay. I'll go through as many of these as I can at the moment. So Vicky's saying, can you put these banners in a WordPress website? Yes, Vicky, they can go onto a WordPress site, no problem. Again, asking for where are the enhanced version features. Richard will go through that later on. Okay, Richard, this one here from Michelle saying the issue is that the Canva is not fully visible, meaning that I have to use scroll bars to manipulate my designs.
Yeah, that's what I talked about at the beginning. We're actually wrote in all those design bars, and these are video inside the tutorial section how to optimize the viewing section. Okay, I'm just speaking to support now. They are actually doubling up the server, but I've just told them to hold off, so hopefully they should be back online in 2 minutes. So give me 2 minutes.
Okay, excellent.
They're actually supposed to be doing it at,
Okay, another one that I can't actually answer says here, is it possible to clone a single font character and modify it? I'm not 100% sure what Dale means by that.
So do you mean to clone a font inside the canvas? Right, we're back up and running. Hopefully everybody can see my screen again. I've just spoken to my support and told them to hold off on the resource boost.
Okay, cool. I'll let you carry on with that and I'll keep answering as many questions as I can.
So you can see me now, yeah?
Yeah, that looks fine to me, yeah.
Yeah. So just to let everybody know, I did actually mention this in the email that I sent out, and I thought it was happening in the middle of the night, but obviously they've decided to do it now. So we are actually doubling everything we've got on the server, so everything is going to become much, much more quicker. So that's why that happened. So let's remember where I was. I can't remember. Upload image. Right. So we'll go back to the ghost. So they upload the ghost via that area. So once you've got an image in there, You can do anything you want with him, just like you can any other element. You can animate it just like you can the other ones I showed you. Now, once you've uploaded an image into Pixel, it remains in Pixel in your cloud database. So to find that, all you need to do is go to Gallery. If you look to Asset Type, you'll see Personal Files. And in Personal Files, you should see the little ghost somewhere. There we go. So that's kind of like your cloud storage. Now, people who bought an enhanced actually get an unlimited amount. You can upload whatever you want into there. So that's the upload image. Now the gallery, I've just shown you there. You've got tons and tons of graphics to use. Just use the drop-down menu. So for example, graphics, 3D arrows, showed you earlier. Got loads of them. Got loads and loads of different graphics to use, and some of these graphics even have graphics inside them. So for example, I can find it, button graphics have, different menus inside the button graphics. And stock photos, again, a ton of stock photos to add in. So Halloween, pretty self-explanatory. All you need to do is click on an image. When you click on an image, you'll see this little box open here. Now you can either insert it directly into the canvas, or you can take it back to the photo editor and you can actually edit the canvas, edit the image before it goes into the canvas. I'm just going to switch off my email. So if I wanted to say use this pumpkin, if I want to edit it, I click on it, click edit, and that's the pumpkin. So I could add filters onto that if I wanted, or made it smaller, bigger, etc. And insert into the canvas by clicking the little rocket. So the gallery, you can, as I said, you can use all these images. We're updating the images probably every week. We've got a load more to go in this week. We're also got a new drop-down menu which will be in, I think it's next Wednesday or Thursday, and that is just vector icons that use for web development. So you can have a ton of different web icons that you can use in different banners. Now, I know Paul had a couple of questions about the bonuses, so I'm going to cover that before I carry on with text and everything else. So on the bonuses, anybody who's purchased it through an affiliate who's offered the bonus packages. Now, we ask you to email us via the support desk and we'd unlock those. Once they've been unlocked, they're available in your embed section. So what that means, if you watch the tutorial videos for those bonuses, what you can actually do is it enhances this embed section. So you can do more with the embed section than you can on the normal version. So like I said, PayPal buttons, you can add PayPal buttons in here, and what else, Shopify buttons, etc. All that's unlocked inside your embed section. So I'm just quickly cover the bonuses, but I'm going to cover the embed section more a little bit later. So now at the top we've got add text. So text, all you need to do is click add text. It drops directly into your canvas here. Now add text, it can be moved around, it's freeform, you can move it wherever you want, it can be expanded, made smaller, etc. Again, just like an image, you can move it around wherever you want. You can change the text here. So let's type something in. Okay, and then you can manipulate the text as much as you want. You've got different fonts. Now, a lot of people have said, can you put these in alphabetical order? And I 100% agree with you. They do definitely need to be in alphabetical order, and they're definitely going to be done over the next couple of days. Makes it a little bit harder to find a font once you've used it to come back in because you scroll up and down. Not sure why they went in like that. So if we want to use a font, then we use this Indie Flowers. Now, on every font that comes in, you have a background in already. So for example, the background is set on white. If you wanted to use that as red, so it changes the background on it. And you can take the background opacity down. The text color, if you want to change that to white, fix it there. And again, if you want to check the opacity down, font size, and you can bold it, italic, underline, etc. And center, just like you can with a normal text editor. Got text padding, so for horizontal, makes it a bit bigger that way. Vertical, makes it a bit bigger that way. So again, with text, you can animate it just like you can any element you put into Pixel. So if we scale it in, preview current slide, you can see it come in. Again, you can do the out effects as well. Now, also in text, we have these text effects that we can use. Now you can do character, word, sentence. Got a ton of different effects here that you can add to the, as I say, the character, the word, or the sentence, transition, transition slide up, etc. Like duration in is as how long it takes to come into the animation. And you know, if you want it to come in really quickly, you make that a little bit shorter. If you want it to take its time coming in, you make it a little bit longer. Then you've got transition out effects as well. So you can pick from those, and again, you can make them slower and longer to come in. You've got the position of the properties. So again, this is exactly like I spoke about with the images. You can bring it to the front, center to the back, just like you can with most image editors. You've got the position of the image. You can see this moves around as I move it around. And the size. So you can make this, you can size it, resize it yourself, or you can do it via this these buttons here. Also, you can rotate it as well if you wish. Link URL, again, pretty self-explanatory. That's how you link in the image to anywhere you want. So you can have a link from the canvas or a link from the image to image text as well. Now, drop shadows, you can turn on and off. So if you want to turn on your drop shadows, again, pretty self-explanatory. Most people have used a drop shadow editor before. Distance is the distance between the text and the background. Strength is how big you want it to be, how much you want it to stand out. Angle changes the angle of the drop shadow. Opacity, you know, make it visible or not as much. Blur, and changes the color. This changes the color of the drop shadow. So just get rid of text. Right, let's open up to a few more questions. I don't want to get bogged down questions before we get to the end. Got any more questions, Paul, that I can answer?
Yeah, I've got hundreds you can answer. Chris D is, what is the best way to integrate into Shopify? I wasn't quite sure what you meant by that, Chris. Did you mean just putting a Shopify button into the banner?
Right, yeah, you can put Shopify buttons or collections directly onto the banner. Now, you can't actually use this pop-up or an embed on Shopify just yet, but next week we're turning Pixel into a secure server, which is HTTPS, an SSL certificate. Once that's done, then you can embed into Shopify or any other e-commerce platform. But at the moment, you can obviously embed Shopify buttons, buy buttons from your collections or anything else directly in here. We've got a full tutorial about that inside the members area.
Okay, we've got a question here. Where can I find a getting started video or online manual? I've only just bought it. That's from Andrew. There is a lot of tutorial videos in there. I'll let you explain where they are on the screen, Richard.
If you go to resources, click on resources, you'll see all these tutorials here. quite a few.
And we do recommend, I know it's very tempting for people when you do buy a new product just to dive in and start trying to use it, but we do really recommend that if you follow through those tutorial videos, they're quite short and quite easy to follow, you will find it's much easier to use rather than to getting bogged down and not getting frustrated with it as such. Then you need to, people are raising support tickets before they've actually been in and watched one of the videos when the answers are actually there for people. So we do, if you could please try and watch a few of the videos first, it probably will make life a lot easier for yourselves, and it'll also make it a lot easier for the support as well.
Yeah.
A couple of people asking about ad networks, allowing them, and at the moment I know there's only very limited ad networks.
What we're going to do is I've got Holly, that's my assistant, going through everywhere that we can use HTML5 banners, even the smaller ad networks. So we're going to have a full list of everywhere you can use them and and ones that don't allow them yet. So you'll have that. That'll be online in the next couple of days.
Okay. Quite a few people are asking about uploading them into Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. At the moment, Facebook don't allow them.
No, Facebook 100% don't allow it. The reason being, at the moment, it may change. I mean, once Google make it compulsory, Facebook may follow soon. So,
yeah. Quick question from Jack here. It says, can you embed retargeting pixels in the image? And if so, can you fire the pixel upon impression versus click?
Good question. I don't know. I ain't tried, but I will try.
Okay, cool. So that one, Jack, if you wanted to pop back on the next one, we'll have the answer because we'll try that. We've not tried that.
If you open a support ticket, I'll try sometime tonight.
I'll message Jack privately about that.
Okay.
A few people saying that my sound is fine and yours is maybe needs some because you're in a room that's empty and maybe need to just do something with the walls rather than the microphone. So that's good advice, actually.
Yeah, I'm in actually a large office, so you're probably going to get some background feedback. Right?
Okay. When will the new templates show up? These are going in on a regular basis, so you should constantly see drip fed.
Yeah, if you don't see them, just refresh your browser and you'll see them drop in. Yesterday we added 28 templates, different sizes. Today I think we've added 15 so far, but probably similar again, about 28 by end of day. So over this week, we will by Monday you'll probably have over 150 extra templates in there, so we'll be close to 200 templates. And we're gonna be, as goal was 100 templates and 100 bonus templates and 30 templates. But because of the 2 extra designers we've taken on, we're probably going to end up with 300 templates in there.
Yeah. And just a couple of people are saying that they logged out and logged back in and all the sound became much better. A few people have said they've done that. I had to restart and go to a webinar, it's working fine now. I logged out, logged back in, it's now working fine. So we've got 3 or 4 people who've said they've done that.
Right. One thing I have to point out, we've got a lot of people on this call. I
just noticed that as well. We have got a hell of a lot on the call as well, and I'm sorry, I do apologise again. I'm actually around 25 minutes behind the questions at the moment, but I'll do my best to endeavour. I'm in no rush today. Once Richard's finished, I can stay and answer as many of these as possible. So we'll do our best today. But I'm sorry, you just have to bear with us because there is a lot of questions coming in.
Right. Is there any more I can answer quickly?
Can you please show me or tell me how this program can be used for e-com business and a Facebook ad?
It can't be used for a Facebook. The actual banners can't be used inside Facebook. And the reason being at the moment is because of this embed code. So, for example, if you can embed almost anything we've unlocked at the moment inside the banner. So, Facebook don't like that, losing that control of their ads. So, but to use for an e-com ad, I run an e-com business, and it's a survival business. You'll have seen some of the videos where I posted my added my Shopify collections into the banners. So if you've got a Shopify site, you can go into Shopify and follow the directions I did on the tutorial, unlock the buy button inside Shopify, and then that gives you the embed code to be able to embed such as your collections or your buy button or products directly onto the banner. So what that means is they don't have to go through, the Shopify site. So if they're, if you're like, for example, got them on your blog, and they like the product that you see, when they click buy now, rather than going through your Shopify site, then going to click buy now, cart button, all that kind of stuff, it goes directly to the cart button. So it cuts out that, time to kind of change the mind. So it increases sales a hell of a lot.
Okay, I've got quite a few people. I'm trying to pick out the questions that are coming in on a regular sort of basis. And one that keeps cropping up is, Wendy 4 has two issues. She says one is no place to change a password, and when she creates an animation on the side, it doesn't work when I preview it. I have gone over how to set it up every time, and I can't get it to work. Okay, so
the password.
The password issue keeps coming up a couple of times. So if you could just show people how to do that, that would be great.
At the moment, you see, the thing is, how digital access pass works, it sets a default password. So it was a profile change button, but we found out before we launched that with the default passwords and people changing the password, it would have caused huge issues. So what we did is we removed the profile section there, and once my lead programmer, it was back today actually, but once he gets started again today properly, he will integrate that back in. So in the next couple of days, you'll be able to change your password. I mean, it would have been done a couple of days ago, but my lead programmer has just got married.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Quite a few people have also been asking about the reseller rights and where do they find out how to do all that. So if you could just point people as to where they can pick up.
So if you come across the resources, now you'll see all these open at the top here. You've got your Pixel app, which takes you directly back to the Pixel support page, resources, and Facebook group. And here is the reseller files. So all you do is click reseller files. Little video from me. What you can and can't do. You've got your sales pages, thank you pages, graphics files there, your box shots, video files, and you've got your enhanced files for anybody who purchased that. And you've got, like I say, some do's and don'ts with the application. Now, the only thing we're saying with this application is, we'd like you to stick to our pricing range. The reason being, we want everybody to make a lot of money with Pixel. And if you watch the video that I put there, you'll see, some of the stuff we've got coming out and some of the ways you're going to make a lot of money with Pixel.
Sorry. Right, okay. So Mary Louise says, what do you mean by optimize your images before you upload them? We've got other people asking them what's the best optimum size for your images to upload. So if you just go over that, that'll probably answer a few questions.
Yeah. So there's loads and loads of free image editors online. If you just search for free image editor, you'll find one. Really easy to find. So for example, if you've got an image, if I go to a stock photo site like Stock Photos, when you download the image is in a huge format. It'll be sometimes probably 5,000 pixels wide to 4,000 or 5,000 pixels in length. Now, what it needs to be a web optimized size. So if you're importing into like this banner, which is 450 by 300, and you want the image to sit here, you don't want the image any much bigger than 500-600 pixels by 300 or 400 pixels. Otherwise, it's gonna make these HTML graphics really, really slow. You want, to be kind of, like I said, an optimized web size. I mean, like I said, some people have been trying to upload like 5 meg images. If you put a 5 meg image into a animation, it'll just crash. The animation just won't work whatsoever. So if you just search for free image optimizers, there's tons and tons online.
Okay, so Andrew says, can banners be uploaded into optimized press pages within WordPress?
Yep.
Okay. Can you show how to add sound? Can can you show how to add sound effects? I'm not sure.
Sound effects. You can add sound, you can add music into the banners, but now if you mean like a kind of a background noise, that's not possible yet. It's going to be in the next couple, probably next 3 weeks. But you can add sound via the embed section. So a lot of this I was going to show on the next webinar, so it's, I didn't want to overcomplicate anything, but I do have a tutorial for that inside the resource section I just showed you. So if you go to there, look for SoundClouds, you'll find everything there.
Okay. Vicky says she's an author. Can I upload my book cover images into a banner as long as the file isn't too big?
Yeah, of course.
There's nothing to stop you doing that, Vicky.
Dennis
McRae.
Sorry, what I'll do as well is I'll shoot a small tutorial video showing people how to optimize images. And I'll add that to the members area so they can see.
Okay, excellent. Cheers, Richard. Mary Louise says, where is the little rocket you click to insert the image?
That's inside upload image. So when you go to upload image, you'll see the little rocket here once you upload the image here. So if you browse for the image, you'll see the image here. You'll see the little rocket appear. So once you've done whatever you wanted, added filters, etc., just click on the rocket and it gets added directly into the banner.
Larry says, can the HTML5 be added to videos like Explaindio software?
Not really at the moment, no. You can add video into this, but if you did a file in Explainio, you can put it over the top of this, but you can't do it the opposite way around. Now, again, this is a feature that we're adding, so please don't ask where it is but it will be coming. So when you come to this, I should jump in a little bit forward, but when you come to all graphics and you come to download banners, at the moment we have JPEG, PNG, and HTML5. We will have GIF and MP4 there as well. The reason we didn't put them in before launch was because the thousands of people who's purchased this, everybody rendering video and GIF would have scored at the launch. So they're coming in, and then once you've done that, you'll be able to export your HTML5s as MP4s, and you can integrate with Explainio and the other video programs.
Okay. Okay, Matt Matthew says, is there a way to insert an image and shape the text to the image so the text takes the shape of the image? At the moment, that's not possible.
No, sorry, no. There's going to be a lot more different elements coming in. Lots and lots. Like people have asked for 3D rotation cubes, which are going to be coming in. They're going to have a cube that rotates around with images and pictures on it and that kind of stuff. So it's going to be, you'll see this menu at the top expand quite a lot over the next few weeks.
Okay. And
if anybody does,
people have mentioned,
I'll just quickly mention it. If anybody does have any features that I'd really like to see in, and we do obviously think it's viable and everybody else is going to like it, if they open a support ticket, we will add it to a to-do list.
Yeah, we're open to all suggestions from people, but they need to come in through a support ticket. What we'll do at the end, when Richard's finished showing these few examples today, we'll drop the support URL in here because I've given it to a few people privately for different reasons today. But one other thing that's been mentioned a few times, Richard, is how does the canvas not being the correct size. My canvas doesn't open up completely like yours. I have to scroll. Other people saying that the canvas size is not correct. So I think that's just to do with whatever machine you're using.
It depends on the machine. It depends on your screen resolution. So, for example, on a Mac, if I come to a little Mac sign here, if I go System Preferences, you can see my canvas size. If I make the canvas size different, you can see it all goes like that. And I can't even move around now. You can't even see my screen.
Yeah.
Now I need to get it back. So if I take it back, it drops back. I just need to make that a little bit bigger now. So you can see by changing your screen resolution, you can get, lots of different. Your screen looks a lot different. Now, I did drop a video into the tutorial section. You take a look at that. If for any reason it doesn't alter your screen, it doesn't alter the problems, let me know. But what we are doing, the thing that's causing the problem is this bar here. Now, it's fixed at the moment. Now, what I'm doing is, that's my lead programmer's name, is making this collapsible. So this will be collapsed and this will be collapsed. So this area, you'll have a full working area like I have to work on.
Okay, a couple more questions.
Watch the video first.
Okay, so we've got Tonya. Does this application work wherever I can embed HTML code?
Yeah, anywhere. Anywhere that you can embed HTML code, you can use this application.
Yeah. Can you highlight individual words and change the colour for that word? That's from Jeff.
Not at the moment. You can put 3 words in separately and make them different colours, but you can't do it individually. But like I said, add it to our to-do list, and if enough people want it, then yeah, we'll be putting.
Okay. Dennis, I'm going to send you a private message. You're having problems with your passwords. I'll deal with that personally. I'll give you my personal email so you can get in touch with me to do that.
Yeah, if you do have any password problems, get in touch. We've been dealing with them within probably 30 minutes.
Yeah. Gunnar says, do you provide a list of sites accepting HTML5 banners? Well, Richard answered that earlier, and we're going to put a list up in the next week. Quite a lot of these have actually been answered, these questions. Lots of people asking about Shopify, and lots of people asking about Facebook, but most of these questions are actually being answered as we're going along.
Right. Like I said, Facebook.
Gunnar says, where can I find the extra 500 HD images?
They should be, once you've sent the email to support, they will be unlocked inside your gallery.
Okay.
They will. They're all in different niches, so they'll go into inside your gallery images.
Yeah, Andy says, I use Shopify and Facebook. Does it mean this software is not any use to me?
If you use you see with Shopify, are you selling direct from Facebook to Shopify?
Yeah, it depends how you're using it, Andy. These are very useful for people with Shopify because you can put your Shopify ad buttons into there. So it depends how you're wanting to use it. If you're wanting to just create ads for a Shopify store and put them straight onto Facebook, and that was the only reason you ever wanted to use this, then at the moment you're at the mercy of Facebook, I'm afraid.
One thing I am going to, I'll just add something to that. Now, what I've just said about MP4s, and I know we said that you can't add, obviously, this into Facebook, but once the MP4 and the GIFs are available, you will be able to add those onto your timeline, etc.
Okay. Can you embed Easy Sketch Pro videos?
I don't know, because I've never seen the code for Easy Sketch Pro.
Yeah, my answer to that, Jerry, would be just try it, because we don't use Easy Sketch Pro, so I wouldn't be able to answer that. If you get an embed code out of there, anything you can embed, you can use.
And also, if you can't, just send the code across to the support desk. It's very likely it just needs a little tweak inside the software to make it work. So.
Okay, we've got people asking for the OTO link. Shlomi saying, can I sell Pixel program on Facebook?
Does it mean via the resale rights?
I'm assuming that's what we mean here.
Yeah. You can sell it, and there's no restrictions where you can sell the reseller rights. That's kind of up to you. The only thing we'd say is not really through JVZoo, because this is our main marketplace. But anywhere else you can sell, that's fine.
Can you explain a little bit more about the upcoming marketplace? I presume people will be able to submit designs for other people to purchase.
That's correct. Yes. Yeah. And we do have a full webinar plan for that. So I don't really want to take this all up with that. I mean, what we have planned with that is similar to ClickFunnels has. It has a marketplace where people can sell templates and swap templates, etc. We're kind of going to expand on that. We're going to put like a fully fledged marketplace in place where you can actually sell, via our marketplace, any designs that you make, either directly to your customers or to customers, traffic that we're sending to the marketplace. But like I said, I mean, I do have a full webinar plan for that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Couple more questions. Yeah, can you explain? Can these HTML5 images be uploaded to the Amazon Video Direct platform? That was from Tom.
I don't know, actually. I've never used it. I've never used it. Again, that's probably the support desk. I'll test it out. Right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll test that before next week, Tom. So I mean, if you want to come back on next week, or if you want to raise a support ticket, we'll answer it directly from the support ticket for you. Sorry, 2 seconds. Can you create animated ad for YouTube's?
Yeah.
So can you create animated ad for YouTube? Yes, you can do that. John says the template area looks quite disorganized. The templates on my computer are all over the place. Is this your issue on my computer?
No, it's no. You can, and it does look exactly like it said. It does kind of. It's not very organised at the moment. Just need to move this.
Yeah, we will be working on the look and feel of this. It's just
we've actually
push on.
We've actually started working on it because what we've done is, if you can see this, for now when our designers are actually pushing templates, we've got tag codes, descriptions, and titles. So those tag codes will be built into the template area. So you'll be able to click on, for example, econ banner or fitness banner, and they're going to come down in a much more organised way. It's just that we didn't get a chance to do it before launch.
Okay, I've got a couple of things. Sorry, Richard. A couple of things to actually show now, if you can. The first one is I cannot get my animation to work. It only flashes when I preview, no matter what I set the animation on. Can you go over that, please? That was from Wendy.
Right. Okay. So, is that with an image or a text or?
She says I cannot get my animation to work. It only flashes when I preview, no matter what. So I'm assuming, yeah, possibly some text animation. I don't know.
I'll do image. It's a bit easier to see than text. So once you click on the image animation, you'll see this open up at the bottom. Right, so just click on this little wizard. So so let's just scale it. So you can see that's giving you a preview of what it's going to look like. Click apply. Then all it should do is like that. Now, if it's not working like that, if you want to make it longer, just stretch this banner out. It'll come in slower. You want to make it come in quick, take this down. So it may be that you've got this set too low, so that's why it's flashing in and not really doing the proper animation. Does that answer?
Okay. Yeah. I think that's fine. Just I have to go back now. Sorry, I'm going to scroll back. Francis, I have cloned a template slide, picks the template, but I'm not able to find a way to edit the clone template slide. How do you edit a clone?
Right, so we've got two ways to clone, so it depends how you're cloning the template. Now, if you're cloning a slide, sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice. If you clone a slide like that, now all you need to do is click on it and you can edit that. So if I can move that banner over, that arrow over there, you can see if I go back to the original, it's completely different. And we also have another way to clone a slide, but that's in kind of the campaign manager. If you go to all graphics, I'm going to show you how to use your campaign manager as well, because a lot of people have been a little bit confused with this. So another way to do that is if the test campaign I've set up, so you can see here, clone. So once you hit clone, it doesn't clone it into the campaign. So what we created this section for was, if you had a banner that was converting well in this campaign, if you click clone, you'll see it drops here to unassociated banner. So that banner's been cloned. So now what you can do is you can edit that banner. And when you've done your tweaks to it or whatever else you want, you can publish it again and drop it back into the campaign you got it from. So you could like split test 2 or 3 or 4 different banners. And that's how we clone. So that's the only 2 real ways to clone is via the slide or via the campaign manager. Does that answer the question?
Sorry, yes, sorry, I was just dealing with some of the questions then. Yeah, I think that's great. Can I embed the code for an Infusionsoft form into a banner?
Yeah, if it's...
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, if it's HTML, yeah, it's no problem.
Okay. A couple of people asking, does the resellers only cover the front end funnel?
It depends what if you purchase the enhanced, then you do have access to the enhanced section as well.
Okay. Wendy's saying text animation is not working. I'm not sure what you mean now, Wendy. Do you mean it's not working now? Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Right, yeah, I mean...
William's asking, can we add scripts directly between head tags or body tags, i.e. retargeting?
For retargeting for the banner, you can do whatever you want on the HTML page. It's exactly like a normal HTML page. It works just perfectly. So you can just, if you wanted to, for example, grab the code out of the HTML page and just drop it onto yours, you can do so. You can do really whatever you want with it. In the next webinar, what I'll do is I'll show you how to edit a full page. Just not quite have time now, but I will show you the next one.
Okay,
yeah, and add whatever you want in there.
Yeah, we've got a couple of people asking for, can we upgrade to the enhanced? How do we tell if I've got the enhanced? There's a couple of people wanting. So what I suggest we'll do, when we cut this short, we'll turn off the video on the sound. But what we'll do, we'll answer these text questions and keep it going just to answer the text questions after this and send out the required information to people, because there's quite a lot backing up now.
Right, okay. Well, do you want me to carry on a little bit? Then we can...
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I'm just telling people not to worry. If they stay on the call, if they stay on it even after we finish, we'll answer those people as soon as I can. It's just... there's only 2 of us trying to fend off hundreds and hundreds of people on this. There's a lot of people turned up to this webinar, much more than I thought would have done. So I'm sorry, guys, but we actually didn't expect this many people turning up. And so we're just going to do the best we can.
Like I said, I mean, this is recorded. We're going to do this we may even try to do this next Monday or Tuesday if we can. Yep. Definitely one next week, but definitely do one Monday or Tuesday. And if we're getting this kind of response, maybe even try and do two a week.
Yeah, I'm happy to do 2 a week. If the demand's there, I'm happy to keep coming on and helping people as much as we possibly can. So if the demand's like this, we'll probably end up doing this twice a week, so you guys can just come in and ask questions. Because as you can appreciate, it does take us quite a while when you've got hundreds and hundreds of people firing questions at you. We can just work through them as fast as we can, I'm afraid.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go through this top bit. Then we can come to the questions, because I think this question is probably where we're helping people best. We've got a 3D button creator, and that comes down as when you click on our button. Now, you've got loads of different buttons to choose from. So let's choose this right one. If you can see, the buttons become clickable rather than a static button. Makes people click the button much more. I'm going to kind of rush through this a little bit so we can get all covered and come to questions. Now you can change the text there, so change the style. Now that goes back to the button, so you can just change it to a different button. If you click show on all slides, the button will show on every slide you've got open. If you don't leave that ticked, it only shows on the slide that you've added it to. You can change the opacity of the button, the background color, you can add icons, and that's your link URL. And again, you can animate the button just like you can everything else. So, next one. So add video. Now, add video is, a few people been getting confused with this. Now, video can only go on one slide. It can't go on multiple slides. It can only go on one. So let's go across to YouTube. I'll show you how to embed a YouTube video. Let's choose one. Go with this one. It's not sure what that is. Oh, no, we don't want that one. Love the Queen.
A celebration.
So when you come across to the YouTube video that you wish to embed, all you need to do is you need to grab this code here after V. So V equals, and then you grab that code there. Copy that, come back across the pixel, and you can see where the YouTube ID needs to go. Paste it in, click off, and you can see the video appears. Now there's two ways to play the video. You can either wait till you can either add it in and let it run for the slide. So if your slide is 5 seconds, it will only play 5 seconds of the video before going to the next slide. Or you can wait till the video ends. You can see it's 5 seconds at the moment. If you click wait till the video ends, it drops to 103 seconds. That must be the length of this video. And you know that plays to the end of the video before it goes to the next slide. You can change the opacity, everything else. And the play is just exactly like a normal YouTube video. Now you can add calls to actions over that. You can add a form over that. Anything you want over the top of that. And you can animate as well. You can add shapes. I've got lots of little shapes here, like a rectangle. Change, have the corners round. Background color, let's make it red. Add a drop shadow if you wish. Change the opacity of that, and you can add a link URL in there. Again, you've got lots of different shapes to choose from. We've got a lot more coming in as well. We've also got a shape creator coming in, which can it's like a freeform creator to add in. You've got a menu. You can add menus in. Now on the menu, you can link these items out. So, for example, item 1 could be support. Item 2 could be buy, and item 3 could be contact. Oops. Spell that right. Contact. So what you can do with that is you can make each one of these a link. So all you need to do by that is click link. It opens a URL, so you could have your support link there. You could have your buy link there. And you could have your contact link there. And all those are clickable links. So you can almost turn your banner into, you know, kind of everything you could have on your website. You can add more items as well. So if you wanted 4 or 5, you can add them down there. Change the background color, the text color, the font family, sorry. So you can change that. So that's the menu. And again, you can like animate the menu just like you can any other element in Pixel. We've got the embed code. Now the embed code is very, very in depth, and it's impossible to cover it in one webinar. Now what I've done is I've shot lots and lots of little videos so you can see how the embed section works. Now you can, depending on what version you've got, you can embed anything in here from Shopify buttons to Vimeo videos to SoundCloud to, well, lots and lots of different things. Google Maps, make them interactive. I'll quickly show you how the Google Maps work. So let's go to Google. So embed Google Maps. Right. So come to this site. It's embedgooglemaps.com/en. So this gives you an embeddable code. So for example, you've had your title in. So we'll call this shop address. That's wherever your business would be. You can change the roadmap, satellite, hybrid, terrain, everything else. So just leave it as a roadmap. Again, take the zoom in and out, so we can zoom it right in if we wanted to. The width of it, let's have it 300 by 300. Generate the code. All you need to do then is grab this code, paste it into there. You can bring to fonts and to back, everything else. And you can change the width and the height depending how big your banner is. Click apply. And you can see the map just drops straight in, and it works exactly the same as a Google map would on your site. So for example, this is great if you're using offline business, offline advertisements. You can showcase your site, plus, showcase your shop, plus give the direct location and map embedded in the banner. Now we have found this works well with a click to call from Skype. Excuse me, I've got a tickly cough. Now you can add a Skype button directly into your banner as well. So if you can imagine this, somebody could Skype you directly from the banner or click it to call you directly from the banner. So how good is that for like offline businesses? If you combine that with a map and information about the business, it makes it a perfect banner really. So as I said, the embed section is too large to cover in one webinar. It'll need its own webinar, which we do have planned. And we're going to cover everything the embed section will do, but most of it's covered in the tutorial section. Now we've got locations. Now, if you click locations without any texting, you'll get this error message. So to use locations, you need to add text first. So if I type I am in and then put the location, if I type city, so I'm actually in Pontefract, so when I preview that, it should show I am in Pontefract, and there it does. And then you can also add in the country, so I'm in the United Kingdom, obviously from the accent. So I am in Pontefract, United Kingdom. Again, this is a great feature for offline businesses as well. If you're targeting, somebody with a product or a service that's actually in their location, will actually geo IP target wherever the viewer is. Excuse me. So that's the a quick overview of this. It is really quick. It does a hell of a lot more, but we're getting a lot of support requests coming in, so I can see those. Now, we had a few requests about the campaign manager, so I'm just going to really quickly run that over for you and show you how that works. So I'm going to create a new slide. I'm just going to add a quick button into there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish it. So I'm going to publish it as webinar. So once it's published, you'll see it drop into unassociated banners. So you can see it's there. Now, you can't really do much with it at that stage. You can either download it if you wish as a JPEG, PNG or HTML. But if you want to use the campaign manager, the split tester, all that kind of good stuff, is you need to add it to a campaign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a campaign, click webinar, go to unassociated banners. See the campaign's been created. Go back to unassociated banners, select the campaign. See webinars there, click save. Now you'll see the banner has dropped into the webinar campaign. At the moment it's switched off, so you can't do anything till you switch it on. So what you need to do then, click that button, it switches itself on. Then depending what version you've purchased, you will either see embed code and conversion code. or embed overlay, and conversion code. I'll just explain what these are. Now, if you've got 3 or 4 banners in that one campaign, with the embed code, you can copy that, and what it will do, it will rotate through the banners that you have there. So I'm just going to quickly drop another banner there so you can see what I mean. Right, so once you've got two or more banners in your campaign, you can start split testing. And how you do that is, you see this little edit symbol at the top. Just click there. You'll see this open, and you can see the 2 banners that I've got in there, so you can split test the traffic between them. So for example, if I wanted banner 1 to get 60% and banner 2 to get 40%, that's all I need to do. I can add a conversion URL in. So that's the place that I want people to go to after they click the banner. So if for example, I wanted them to go to my sales page, that's where I put it in. Now, you also have a conversion code. Now, the conversion code could be different. So for example, you may want your viewer to come from your banner to your sales page to your thank you page, because when they hit your thank you page, that means it's a sale or they've done some kind of action on your sales or conversion page. So your conversion pixel will go on your thank you page, so you could see exactly how many clicks you're getting from your banner, see how many people are in your sales page, and see how many of those people are actually converting. So you can split test those banners and see which is working best, and then whichever's working best, you can start switching them off. Now you've also got embed overlay code. This is this, and what it does, rather than just an embed for the banner, the embed overlay code turns it actually into a pop-up. Now this is the one that we're going to be, we're wanting to make active for Shopify, because it's going to be great for Shopify users. So, for example, you could make a really good graphic with HTML5, everything else, that gave a coupon code, etc. on it, and you could embed it on your Shopify site. So when the people hit the site, you get this nice, brilliant HTML5 pop-up come up. You can have it on page load, on delay, on exit intent, like you can most pop-ups. Do a lot more work to this pop-up section. So that's really it. Really quickly run through of what we've got. Now, as I said, the embed code and all that kind of stuff, the embed overlay needs its own webinar to cover how much is in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open questions back up from Paul, and let's see if we can get some of these covered.
Hi, thanks, Richard. Yeah, we have still got a lot of questions, but we'll go through a few as we can. I've done as many as I can privately, but it's just hard keeping up.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm going through a minefield here. Okay, Robert, he's left now, but he put a good point in here. He said, please, can you put the questions and answers in the PDF for us and make it available in email or the Pixel site? Yes, we'll do that. I mean, Robert's gone now, but that's what I was hoping to do anyway. We'll if we don't get chance on the actual call to send your questions, what I was hoping we could do is just to answer them all in a document and publish them along with the replay. So yep, it will help you guys, because otherwise it's just going to drag on for hours and hours at the moment.
Right. Okay.
Like I said, I'm sorry we didn't realise there'd be so many people actually came on the call. But yeah, we're getting some great feedback as well, guys. So thank you massively for that as well. Get some good ideas coming from people too. Okay, let's find a few that you can probably answer, Rich. Sorry, I've got hundreds to go through here still. Quite a few people. What I was thinking as well, Richard, to do here. I mean, I didn't. The last thing I wanted to do was to pitch anything here today. But we've got a lot of people asking if they can upgrade and for the enhanced version. Unfortunately, I mean, the price has gone up now on the side. But what I was thinking we could actually do is we could set something up where the people that have been on this call could actually purchase it at the price it was during the launch.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, actually, tomorrow it will be removed completely. So if people wanted to buy it it needs to be bought within the next 24 hours. Because, you know,
yeah, no, I didn't want to pitch anything. So if anybody does want it in here, I mean, we can take it back down to the price it was on the launch, but we are removing that as of in 24 hours. We have to do that. But if anyone does want it, I'm sorry, I really didn't want to pitch this at all, but people are asking for this. I've had 4 or 5 people asking, so just drop me an email, just drop me a message at the end of here and privately, and I'll be able to sort that out for you. Okay. Okay, let's see where we got to now. Mark says, when I click the Canvas properties, I don't, when I click Canvas properties, get the Canvas properties screen. I tried 3 different browsers and turned off the pop-up blocker and it's still no look.
Right, okay. Sorry, wrong one. Let me try that. Yeah, that works. That's the Canvas property refers to this section. It refers to the banner. This is the default section for all the banners. This person, which says that, but it should actually really be called Canvas properties. It's probably a little bit confusing as that, but this is Canvas properties. So, for example, when you click on any element, so you click on text, the text properties open. But if you want to always go back to the default settings for the banner, just click on Canvas properties. It takes you back there.
Okay. Andrew Hawkins is asking if they can embed from Vimeo as well.
Yep. Yep, that's no problem. You need the embed code, that's fine.
Lots of people saying, great if we're going to do 2 a week, which is, I think that they've answered that for us, Richard. I think we're going to have to do 2 a week now, which is great. I don't mind doing this. Is the members area the resources?
Yeah.
Yes, Gainer. When I say we're going to add things to the members area, if you go to the resources at the bottom, that's where everything will appear in there.
Yeah, I've got a question, like a news box in there. It's actually on resources. So you can see anything will be reported here, you know, problems, any kind of bugs we find, you know. I mean, we're not going to say there's no bugs at all because these will be updated. I mean, any program that launches has bugs. So any bugs we're working on will be mentioned there. So it'll stop people if they come in to open a support ticket, they'll know we've already got that bug and we're already working on it. So if you always come back to resources, look at this. This will, you know, be updated as we're working.
Yeah. Okay. Vicky. Yeah. If you hold on the line, Vicky's asking a couple of questions. I'll get around to answering them privately. But like I said, I'm possibly around 15 minutes behind questions, so I'm probably about 10 minutes from getting to yours at the moment. Okay. I'll just go back to a couple of others that you could probably answer, Richard. On Amazon, when you hover over some of the images, you see an expanded or exploded version of the original image. Is there a way to do that with this software? If not, that would be nice. And how do we do that?
You mean, you mean almost like so if I hovered over templates through a drop-down box kind of thing? You know, it tell you what templates is about.
Yeah, it sort of expands it. I know what. It's almost like pushing a magnifying glass over the image, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually. Yeah, that's
quite
easily.
It's a great idea. Yeah, it's a great idea, Gary. We'll do something with that. Okay.
But please drop it across to support as well, then, because we're compiling a list of everything, you know, that people's dropping to us.
Yeah, we've got it in here, so I'll keep it from here, Richard. Anyway. William says, can you guys add a product inventory feature as if a timer?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
I don't quite understand what you mean there by as if a timer, William. If you just want to just drop another message in there, but we'll try and understand what it is you're asking there. Okay. When is the GIF file export going to be added?
It's probably sometime next week.
Yeah.
I just want to work through you see a lot of people, like I said, are getting this Canvas problem. So we want to make all these collapsible first. We just want to make sure all that's done first before we add the GIF from the MP4 in.
Do these animation effects work on mobile web adverts?
if on your site, if it's your site, yeah, it'll work, no problem. We do have actual mobile size banners on here, but if you're embedding into a mobile marketplace, then like an ad network, then I'm not sure. I've never seen any mobile ad network supporting HTML5 yet. Again, that's it's going to come this year. It will come.
Dennis says, if you purchase Pixel and Pixel Enhanced, which one do you create your account with?
They're both the same, isn't it? This is a couple of things that people have been getting confused about. Now, whether you've got Pixel, Pixel Enhanced, or Pixel Commercial, it looks exactly the same as this. The only thing is when you purchase that extra one, what it does, it unlocks features inside, like the embedding, unlocks templates, it unlocks like the embed overlay and things like that. So it's exactly the same, you'll just see different elements unlocked. So you only ever need one login. Launch looks like.
Okay, there's quite a few guys. I think the easiest way for us to do the enhanced. There's a few guys that sending me their emails in. So I think if anybody does want us to do the best price for the enhanced, if you drop your email in here, we'll mail to all of you with a how to purchase it with the money off coupon. So that's the easiest way to deal with that. Which is quite a few people.
I was going to say probably best one today to do, mate, would be to open a support ticket. Then rather, because they may not get the email or if they open a support ticket, I'll get Holly to do a response to them and get it all set up for them. I just thought it might.
Okay, it's just the reason I didn't do that is a couple of people have said they have been having problems raising a support ticket, so I've asked them for their email so I can deal with them privately anyway. So I think at the moment two people are having problems with support tickets, actually opening, not being able to do it.
They can't open a support ticket.
No. Just two people saying they can't. They're having problems with it. I mean, I think it's probably a browser issue or something like that. So I just wondered, rather than staying away from that, if people just drop their email in here, I can then email them out with details.
Okay, yeah, fine. I mean, the support desk is not actually run by ourselves. It's actually run by Freshdesk. So we use a white label version of Freshdesk, so it's not actually our support. Because obviously Freshdesk is one of the biggest support desks online. So.
Yeah. It's like I say, it's probably just a browser issue. It's very difficult because everyone has different settings on their own machine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just going to go back. How about Google My Maps embedding into Banner?
Yeah, you can do that.
I thought did you show that earlier or not?
No, I show Google Maps, but you can do Mind Maps. Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is where I'm having trouble. Multiple URL links. These links don't stay in the final banner. They work sometimes in the preview. That's from James.
Right. That is a bug that we're working on now. If there's more than, I think it's more than 2 or 3, for some reason it's dropping out the URLs. It's going to be fixed within the next probably 48 hours.
Okay. Great. I've noticed that clicking on the duplicate slide does not always give you the ability to edit it.
Yeah, I mean, you can duplicate as many times as you want. You can edit it just like you can any other slide.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if like any problems like that, if they do kind of a screen capture of it, like something like with Jing, and send it into us, 100% look at it, and probably work out.
That's a great point, actually, Richard. I mean, if any of you guys do have any problems at all when you're using the software, there's a free service out there called Jing. If you just record what the problem is you're having on your screen, so we can actually see it, and then it makes it a lot easier for us to actually work through the support tickets, because each browser is different, and it's easier for us to actually see what's actually happening. So if you could use something like a screen grab software, that'd be great. Okay. Tony said that adspeed.com ad server supports HTML5. That's great. Thanks, Tony.
Oh, great. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've basically covered most of these. There's a couple of people I was going to deal with privately on here now. So yeah, I think apart from that, just 2 seconds.
Right. What I want to do at end is just tell people a little bit what we've got coming, so you know we kind of know what to expect. So we're getting a few tickets. People want this or that, and you know if I can like tell people what's coming, it may help. Now, one thing we've got coming is we're going to have a grid lock over this canvas, so you can turn a grid lock on and off. So when you're lining up your elements, you can line them up a lot easier because you've got a grid lock on it. Now, this is not coming. That's coming in the next couple of weeks, but we're going to have a brand new UI here. Now, we was going to have it before we launched, but we thought it were a bit risky to have something brand new on the top of it. So that will be coming over the next few weeks. You're going to see a brand new UI. I can't get out. A brand new UI here. And it's going to look totally different. It's going to improve the usage and everything. So we've got lots and lots of kind of different sections coming. Like I said, we're going to have a lot more coming to the elements. You know, a lot more things you can embed. We're going to have a lot more like elements that are element ready. So, for example, like I said, the rotating cube. So that'll be a cube that you can add in, and it will actually rotate round just like a 3D cube. So you can have an image on each one or an URL on each one. Again, that's going to come in the next few weeks. This is all going to be collapsible, as I said, probably by next week. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head what I've got coming. There's lots and lots coming anyway, but that's one of the main things. I mean, the grid one is going to help a lot of people with design. So, and also the templates. I mean, you're going to see templates being pushed in here daily. Like I said, 28 yesterday. I think at the moment we've got about 20 coming. So we're going to try with probably 30 a day for templates. So which is, you know, by the end of the month, we're going to have over 300-400 templates in there to choose from. And anybody on this call is on the commercial license, we are accepting requests. So if you work in a certain niche and you want a template pack delivered in that niche, you open a support ticket, you tell us what you want, and as long as it's not, you know, anything that's, you know, obviously can't design kind of adult banners or anything like that, but as long as it's, you know, legal and everything else, we'll do a pack, you know, especially for you, which we'll give to you, but will also be dropped into the templates as well. But that is only for people who's on the commercial license. So that's about it, really.
Yeah,
So,
got a couple of things to say. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone. We've had lots of really good comments from people saying they've enjoyed it. There's lots of great info, and it was a great first webinar. And I really appreciate the kind words that everyone's saying. But like I said, we didn't really expect this many people to come on here, so we've been a little bit overwhelmed on this one. But hopefully, over the next, going forward from now onwards, we should be able to cope with this a lot better. Yeah. There's just one other quick question here that Anna's got. She said she's got an issue. She can't pull the workspace down to have more views. Can you please address this?
Right. Yeah. That's. If you take a look at I mean, I did actually show you my screen when I did the screen resolution. You need to look at the video that I've added into the member tutorial. That'll deal with it probably 95% of people. But if it doesn't deal with it, you open a support ticket, I'll try and help you out. But also with the collapsible areas, that's just, as I said, it's coming in the next couple of days, well, probably by Monday. All this area will be collapsible, so this will be a full workable space. You won't need to drag anything up and down. But if you have a look at the screen resolution first, the video, it should help with that problem.
Yeah, and Anna said she came in late, but we will be putting up a replay hopefully tomorrow. I know it'll go into the resource area, but if not tomorrow, it'll be in as soon as we possibly can. So you can go back and watch what Richard went through earlier.
Yeah, I'll do my best to have it in by tomorrow. I also just want to let me and Paul Hart, professional webinar presenters, so you know you're getting what you see.
So yeah, we're going to try our best to help you as much as we can going forward, but I'm sure we'll get a little bit better as time goes on. But,
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know much,
always open,
sorry, I was just going to say, if
open
you
for
don't know
any
much
feedback
about,
as well.
like, I mean, I've worked online. I've run my own business for the last 20 years online. Paul's worked in, how many years you worked online? 5 years? And you run competition.
Yeah, but I've been involved in working as a developer and stuff. I've been involved in computers for about 20 years as well. So
I mean, I've been a
between
marketer.
us, we've got a lot of years.
Yeah, I've been a marketer online. I've driven like millions of views to sites and a lot of money. So we've got a lot of experience between us. So, and Chris Jenkins, who's not here at the moment, again, a very knowledgeable guy with solo ads and everything. We're going to be helping you all, you know, as much knowledge as we can push to you to make this, you know, one of the best ad softwares out there. So, any more questions?
Thanks for the kind words, guys.
Yeah,
And I hopefully going forward we can give you as much as you want, but we will just feedback off everything you guys want. So the more you can give to us, and the more we can feedback to you, hopefully going forward. A couple of people did mention about if we had a Facebook group, and there is a Facebook group.
If you come to resource, you go to resources. Sorry, and go to see at the top there. It's Facebook request there. If you just put in the request that you're from Pixel Buyers, because it's actually a Crows group. We want to keep it just to people who's actually purchased Pixel. We don't want just everybody in there.
Yeah, what I would definitely say to people as well is if you are using Pixel on a regular basis and you have any ideas and things like that, but also raising support tickets, we will answer any ideas you have. But anything, if you just keep checking in the resources, everything that we do will be pushed into there.
Yeah.
It's a great place. It's a great place to go and check out when new videos have come in and things like that. We will constantly keep pushing things into the resources area for you guys.
Okay, is that other questions answered?
I think that's it for this one, I think. And then what we'll do, there's a couple of people I'm going to answer privately. So once we turn the sound off, I will come back to you, Vicky, and there's a couple of people. So if you can just hang on, I'll get an answer to you as soon as possible. And to the rest of you guys, we'll put a document out with all the questions and the answers on it, 'cause there's still a few that I'm going to answer after the call goes down.
Okay, that's great. All right, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for coming, guys. We appreciate it. And
what we'll do is we'll send an invite out for the next webinar, probably Sunday, ready for maybe, I think maybe try and keep them on a Tuesday. What do you think? I'm also going to try to change the time so we can come get better for the American viewers. Maybe making.
I think what we'll do, we'll mix it up to make it fair for everyone around the world. So we've got views in Australia, we've got people in America, we've got people in Europe. So I think each week or every 5 days or whenever we start doing them, what we'll do, we'll mix up the times a little bit as well to make it a little bit fairer for other people. So it's not fair on people when they're having to watch it at 3, 4 in the morning every time when there's one on. I mean, people now saying they're tired. It's 1:30 a.m. and we apologise for that. We can't make everybody happy on each one, but what we'll try and do is rotate it so it will be there for you at some point.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Okay. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Hey, Rich.
I can't mute myself. The only
Yeah,
thing.
my phone's coming up on your screen as well for everyone to see.
Oh, right. Sorry. Sorry. I'm just. I can't. For some reason, I think the webinar is. The recording session is coming to an end. So if I don't close soon, we're going to lose the recording. That's all.
Okay. I'll have to just try and answer these. I'll just mute myself. I'll try because my keyboard's too loud. So I'll keep going through these questions now, and I'll try and answer as many as I can.
Go to webinars. It looks like it's crashed. It won't do anything.
Okay, mate.